It took a minute or two for me to realize the reason it had hurt was because my backside was still tender from last night's whipping. I started to get mad all over again until Joey managed to dislodge my thinking. He had jumped over my head and into the water again. He came up right behind me, clutching tightly to my ribs, and then started tickling me. I quickly spun around. "Hey, no fair tickling," I laughed. Joey squealed when I poked him in the belly. He tried to swim away, but the current was much too strong for either of us to swim against. I caught him by the foot, pulled him back to me, and then dunked him. He came back up laughing. "Do it again." I got a better idea. I said, "Let's get out and go to the other end. We'll get in real slow and see who can hold on to the side the longest." "That isn't fair," Joey griped. "You are bigger and stronger." "Okay, then I will go in first and see how long I can hang on for. Then you try, and however longer I was, then I will go in that many seconds before you on the second try." Joey scrunched up his nose and grunted, "Huh?" I started pulling myself out of the water. "Come on, let's just do it." As I was coming out of the water, Joey poked me in the butt with his finger and I felt a tiny twinge of pain. Actually, it felt exactly like getting a shot with a needle in the butt. "You got a bad diaper rash on your butt," he announced playfully. At first I argued, "No, I don't," but then realized that my backside must be showing some redness again, which the warm water had brought back to the surface of my skin. I decided to play it off by saying, "Guess I will just have to tell Mommy to use lots more cream when she gets up." I acted like I was helping him out of the water, but when he was almost all the way out, I pushed him back in. He resurfaced complaining, "You did that on purpose." Laughing, I said, Yeah, what was your first clue?" The two of us played in the water until we both looked like a couple of raisins. "What time do you think it is?" Joey asked. "Don't know," I answered. "Want to go back up to my room and play for a while?" We didn't bother drying ourselves off. We slipped our pajamas on and I carried our 2 diapers back up with us. We had ascended the basement stairs and were heading for the main staircase when I noticed that Joey was walking strange. He was walking bow-legged and had a double-fisted death grip on the front of his pajama pants. "What are you doing?" I asked in a strong whisper. "I got to go and I ain't got no diaper on," he whined, almost as though he was pleading for me to make the pressure within his bladder suddenly go away. "You do not have a diaper on," I corrected him. He started dancing from one foot to the other and back again. "That's what I said. Why didn't you just pee in the lap pool like I was doing?" "I didn't need to wait, you peed in the water," Joey said with a sickly face. "I swallowed some of that water." "Then you also swallowed some of my pee," I said, teasing him about the way he had said swallowed like he was some backwoods country bumpkin. "Well, come on, let's hurry," I said as I quickened my pace, skipping every other step on the way up and dragging Joey by the elbow. Joey nearly made it back to my room. He only needed to go another 20 feet or so to have reached the bathroom, but he lost the battle and flooded his pajamas. He peed all over himself, the floor, and even got pee on the area rug that ran the entire length of the hallway. "Joey," I sighed. "I didn't mean to." Joey whimpered and I had to hush him because he was making too much noise. "SSS, you are going to wake someone up and get us in trouble." He was still holding the front of his pants despite the fact that he had peed a puddle on the floor. "Run to my bathroom in case you are not done," I told him, and I took off running after him. His wet bare feet slapped the wooden floor so loud I feared that grandfather might wake up and spank Joey like he had me.